Hey, I can't tell you why, but it feels alive right now to talk about my awakening. And it's a little bit strange because I'm feeling rather salty about the universe right now. So there's sort of things going on that don't feel very awake, that are still fighting the awakeness, which is normal. Um, but yeah, let me tell the story of my awakening first, as well as I remember it, because it's very hazy now. But it's nothing dramatic and it's nothing, like everybody says, you don't get anything out of it. You can't go and tell anyone about it unless they already know. There's really nothing to say. And if you like, hey, I'm not human anymore. I don't believe I'm human anymore. It's like, all right, sweetheart, maybe lie down for a while or something. Maybe take some pressure off, I guess. Like, I really don't care what anybody else thinks anymore. Um, Part of that's probably healing though, not just awakening. I mean, part of that shadow work, I imagine. It really helps you to feel sort of safer in your own skin because inevitably, mostly, hopefully, humans are going to show up in your life again unless you go live in a cave. So it's good to be able to, know how to function around that with equanimity. Like it doesn't happen as where I'm like, "Oh my god, I shouldn't have said that," or like, "Oh my god, they think I'm weird." Or, I mean, if I say something rude or insensitive, I don't beat myself up, I just apologize, that's it. If I say something a joke that falls flat, it's like, "Okay, that didn't work. No big deal." Um, if somebody looks at me weird, I'm like, "Must have triggered 'em somehow. Oh, well." So that's nice. But, I mean, who knows how much that has to do with awakening, how much has to do with shadow work or just growing up, which I think shadow work is basically growing up, growing down. I think, my little 4-year-old one time, uh, told me to grow down one time because I was acting too much like a grown up. So I think she has you know, she has something there. Um, so yeah, my awakening. And I don't know how to categorize it, and I don't know what anybody else's experience is like. So it's all very, very. I mean, you're fundamentally alone in this. Ironically, it's like you're fundamentally alone in figuring out that nobody's alone. There is no alone. And it can feel lonely even when you've experienced that there's no particular reason to feel lonely. It's just an interpretation of other people's behavior, a wish or an expectation that wasn't met. From a pretty young age, I was very content to be alone. And I don't know to what extent that was because there just weren't very many healthy people around me. Um, but I like the fact that we can. It's possible now to find other awakened people and celebrate our shared solitude without any expectations. And that can sound dry, that can sound lonely, no expectations, no bonds, nobody owes anybody anything, nobody guarantees anybody anything, just free floating. But if you want to get married or something, you can set some ground rules, but then there's no guarantee you're always going to want to follow them. So I guess people get divorced all the time, whatever. So it's not like the relative world is perfect or peachy keen either. Um, so anyway, I had taken a little bit of a cannabis gummy, nothing crazy, just enough to get a little bit tingly, and was sitting in my room, looking out the window, with some kind of sense that oh, my cats are fighting. Give me just a second.